I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World.
Hi everyone, the Professor here. I actually got a email the other day from a company that seen that I did a review on their product, and they sent me an email saying, would you like to do another one on the newer item? And I said, hey, sure. So they sent me this. Okay, this new WOLFANG camera, 5K camera, and I'm going to do a review on it. So I was thinking, hey, I'm not going to compare it to any other cameras. I'm going to base it on itself because that's how I buy stuff. I want to review this on how it works for me, not if some guy can make something better for me. That's something totally different. This product has to work for me. And if it works for me, then I can suggest to the people to do the same kind of thing I do, or other things. But maybe a sports guy would be a little bit different. But what I've seen so far, I've done my homework on the internet. They've sent me the link to check it out. And so far, I think it seems great. But I haven't opened it yet. To be honest with you, whenever I do an unboxing, I never open it until it's just like doing it in front of you. It's like you opening it yourself, and that's what I prefer. So without further ado, like I always say, let's get started. We're going to open this box up and see what we got. Okay, let's see how this opens up here. Alrighty. And of course, the instructions, which I call them destructions. You'll know it's all my other video. And actually, here's the camera right here. I don't know. Oh, butterfingers. There's the camera. Oh, it's a lot bigger than the other one is. It's got some meat to it, because what they're saying, and I do have a write-up on the sheet here if I got to follow up on what's going on, is the battery is built in. So it's got a built-in battery, and the memory card, well, not the card, but it's got built-in memory, and the battery charges with a magnetic unit that goes on the side, which is there, but right now it's inside the case. So I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to put this on. I got the turntable here. I'm thinking that we should be able to take this out just like the other one I have. Okay, there we go. And it should, like I said, here, let's put these down because I don't want to damage. Oh, it's got a protective coating on it. Everything's protected. That's got a protective. Okay, it doesn't mean we have to take it off, but we're going to take it off. Now, to get this unit out of here, I would think, there we go. Okay, so that goes like that. Let's put that up there. Keep it nice and neat. This is quite... Now, it also says in the instructions, or the paper on what it's capable of doing, 1 meter of water, down 1 meter without the case. So without this, it can go 1 meter in the water. Now, I don't like taking a chance at that, because what if you're 1 meter and you drop it and it goes down 2 meters? Well, then that kind of scares me. But I'm sure 1 meter is probably like when they say something expires. Well, you got a few days after it expires, but it's best before. But best before going 1 meter, you don't want to go 2 meters. So anyway, this has got some. Oh, this is really cool. So it's got a screen on the front, and they say it's got a 2-inch screen on the back. So that's really cool. The only difference that I see, which I do, is I guess you cannot, unless you can do a through the Wi-Fi in the house. It doesn't have any cords to hook up to your computer, which probably makes a lot of sense, because if you're going to put it in the water, the ports will take on water. So, but anyway, so what we'll do is we'll put that there, and we'll put this aside, and then we will. I'm gonna actually read some of the stuff that this thing can do. Piece of paper in my hand, because I want to be like right on the money to you guys. I want you to know what this thing's capable of doing. I'm not going to read everything, but I want you to know that this thing can do a bit. Now, it's saying it 4K, 60 frames per second, and 24 megapixel photos. And at 5K, which it is a 5K camera, 30 frames per second. So, of course, things can change, okay? I really don't, and some people may comment, when it comes to 5K, 4K, and we're going up K, YouTube and all them go up to a certain whatever 5K or whatever they want to do 4K. Doesn't mean at home you're operating at a 4K, 5K system. You may just be seeing it regular on your thing, so it may not mean a lot. But I'm telling you, these things, like, they almost like real, like you're looking at a window. So anyway, I was looking at this, and it's got the rear touch screen, so it's got a touch screen, which is cool. And it's got this built-in 64 gigabyte storage, 1600 milliamp battery, which is, wow, it's decent. So this thing's really cool. Now, the other thing is it's a non-removable battery. So, and it can run for 120 minutes. Okay, so I don't want to assume, but if it can run for 120 minutes and it's got a built-in memory, then you think the memory would be good, of course, for that amount of time. That part I don't know about yet. I haven't read that. I haven't seen that yet. But anyway, so, and it's waterproof up to 1 meter, like I said, and it's good till, it says, I think it was 40 meters underwater shooting. 40 meters. Man, I can hold my breath for, not for that long. But anyway, the scuba guys. Anyway, and it supports a 5G HZ, okay, gigahertz Wi-Fi, or faster, to transmit the files. So you can't transmit the files other than that. So shooting angles, positions, various. Oh yeah. And here's the other thing. So I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to talk about something different. So what I was going to talk about that's different is the box is a lot smaller than the one I bought that's the 4K. But you also got to remember, batteries inside, memory is inside, so you don't have to worry about that. So we'll take the bonus package here and see what they've got, because the bonus package was pretty incredible with the last one I had. Okay, let's see how this baby opens. All right. Okay, so we're going to open up the bonus. Let's leave the camera there so that you can see it. Okay, so there's obviously this here. I'm going to pull this off. Oop, I'm going to throw that on the floor, obviously. This here, okay, is the magnetic charging system that magnetically goes right. Whoa, there you go. Oh, it goes that way. Okay, so it can only go one way. Okay, so that can only go one way. So it mounts on like that. So that's really, really cool. So we'll have to charge that. And we have the unit to turn it on and off for the wristband. And you know what? Even though it's a smaller box, I think this thing has just as much goodies as the other one does, but just different packing. This is wild. This is really wild. So here we go. Pull this. Wow. Okay, so there's you got handlebar things. You can probably see it if I put it on here on the tray. And you got for handlebars, you got for the clips, and here's I'm going to assume again this is a new back, just in case the other one has some troubles. It's got the O-ring and everything. I'm not sure. There's things you can do, and maybe you don't touch this at all. It just snaps and does its thing. I'm going to put that over there, though. Man, there's a pile of stuff here. There's a pile of stuff. This is wild. So it has just as much stuff, so I got like double the stuff now. Excuse me. And there's the wristband for the unit for putting that on your wrist. And then there's the band. You can put that on your wrist. I'm going to put that there. Leave the other stuff here. And I'll put this box over here out of the way. And why not? Let's turn this thing. Let's turn this thing on while we're doing it. Look at that. This is so cool. This has got to be the coolest camera for the most parts. Because here's the thing. Under $200. And it also depends. It also depends what kind of discount you get, who you get it from, if you get it from Amazon, where you order it from. But to get it out on the market, they've been pushing it. So, I mean, there's probably a lot of different deals you can get. Now, I think what we're going to do next is we're going to plug this thing in, ready to go. Here it is here. You see it there. I'm going to put these down because the eyesight. Just want to make sure this is right. And it only goes on, as far as I know, one way. And there it is. So according to, there it is there. The red light's on. There's a red light there. And it's on right now. So that means, I believe, it's charging. So we're going to let it charge. And here, we'll pull the back reflector off the back. I mean, hey, if you're out in the running around with it, it's bound to get scratched. But this case is like, to me, it's like a rhino case. It's actually it feels like a rhino cover. Oh, and there's the lens. We'll take that off too, so I don't forget. If it doesn't want to leave my finger. But it's quite the lens on it. Anyway, so we're going to let it charge. Okay, the camera's all charged up. Now we just got to turn it on. Let's see if we can see that in this camera. It's probably too bright. But anyway, you can see that it's working. Yeah, pull it back a little further. Okay. So anyway, it's pretty clear. I mean, it's pretty amazing, actually. The thing's got weight to it. I'll do some video with it, some simple stuff, and then put it in there to show, because you're not really going to be able to tell 1080p from 5K on a video that well. I mean, you'll see a difference maybe in quality, but other than brilliance, yeah, you're not going to notice a lot. But I'll do a video anyway, and I'll turn this off. That then turned off, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I'll try this a little bit here. We'll see how it does. This is just the parts on the unit here, and we'll see what kind of a picture it comes out with. The audio, I don't know how good the audio is going to be because it's through the camera, but we will find out that. So that'll be good. Okay, everybody. Now, I just banging on the table. That's disrupting. Anyway, I've come to the conclusion of the finish of my studies on this camera. I also figured out that the camera itself through the charger can actually be used as a webcam. Now, not at 5K on my computer, but at 1080p at HD seems to be fine. And the outdoor stuff, which I don't do a lot of, that's not what my review was to get to, but I am going to eventually do a review with this same camera underwater, because we're going to do some boat videos of some of the boats that I made in 3D printing. One of the boats, I'm not going to say what it is because I haven't done the video yet, but this camera will be used in that, and that's when we'll use it underwater. So until then, I don't want to just throw it in the fish tank. But anyway, or a glass of beer. No. But so anyway, what I was getting to was, yes, it's a great camera. And for what I need, it'll work out in my garage and on trips of picking up stuff for my dioramas and for my printing, and maybe at some stores and some places where I go to get my supplies. So it'll be a good trip camera. And also, I'm thinking that some of my shots of some of my dioramas finished would be great to use it for kind of, I'm thinking outdoors around trees of some of the animals that I do. So anyway, I think it's great. I'm going to give it a 5-star for the price of it. And you can also get it on Amazon. And I think they got a lot of discounts to get this thing on the market and get it moving, which I find it seems to be pretty popular already. So yeah, so until the next video, thumbs up.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.